It's almost time for the annual Bragg Jam Music and Arts Festival in downtown Macon. The Bragg Jam's concert crawl is expected to continue the tradition of showcasing new artists, having a positive impact on the local economy, and raising the money for some special causes. Megan Western sits down with one of the organizers.
One of many people's favorite parts of summer is, of course, the festivals, and we're coming up on the 26th year for the Bragg Jam Music and Arts Festival. So to get us ready for the show in downtown Macon, I'm joined by Olivia Walter, the board president for Bragg Jam. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Great being here.
So for anyone who isn't familiar with Bragg Jam for whatever reason, go ahead and tell us about the concert crawl and, what the weekend in general is just filled with.
So typically what it is just a whole day of music. You get a ticket and your ticket gets you into 6 different venues. It also can get you into our Bragg Fam event, which is going to be held at the Otis Redding Center for the Arts this year, which is a ton of fun. Downtown is going to be just a lot of music, a lot of great times. American Aquarium and Sioux Star is headlining, but you're going to hear a lot of great bands, and you're just going to see friends and family and music flowing throughout Macon.
Yeah, of course, we're kind of in a Macon music capital, here in Macon. So a lot of people love to hear music. When do they have the opportunity to go listen to all the sights and sounds that are going to be filled in downtown Macon?
Yeah, so July 26th is the day of the concert crawl, and the music's going to start at 4 o'clock. So you get your ticket, you go to Central Ticketing, which is located at the blacksmith shop, and then you can go to our website at www.braggjam.org and check out our schedule. It has everything. The schedule is going to go from 4 o'clock all the way past midnight, and you can pick your own adventure. Pick out which bands you want to see. Check out, we have a Spotify playlist. It has all the music you're going to see throughout the rest of the night. But this year we're also starting the Muddy Mystery shows, which is making the weekend last even longer. We've got a couple of pop-up concerts that are going to happen on July 25th and July 27th. So you're going to want to check those out. They're a mystery, but it's going to be a ton of fun.
Alrighty. I know whenever I go to an event, I'm always like, who all is going to be there? So give us a look into some of the artists that might be performing at that concert crawl.
Yeah, so as I said, American Aquarium and Sioux Star are headlining, which everyone in Macon really loves them. They've come to Bragg Jam a couple of times, and they're really starting to headline some really big festivals now. But also we've got Chawa, they're kind of like funky jazz band. And then we've got Bo Stalock, who's really making it big now, and John R. Miller, and then Philip Michael Scales, who's really starting to make some really cool waves on the scene.
Yeah, definitely a lot of options for people that are interested in coming out. You mentioned the Muddy Mystery. For all the people that are faithful Bragg Jam goers, obviously that kind of perked up their ear because that's something new. Just reiterate a little bit, what is that, and why should people get excited about that?
Yeah, it's kind of a fun new thing we've added where you can buy your ticket to this show. It's not that expensive. It's just the same as a regular cover. But you're going to get a text alert to say the show is here. And it's going to be a unique location that you've never seen a concert before. You probably have never even been in this place before. And you can say, I saw this really cool act where no one else has ever seen them before. We really kind of blew it out big this year because we wanted to make it something memorable. So we got these really, really fun acts that you're going to see in really unique locations specific to Macon, and so you can really brag about them later on.
Yeah, definitely is giving kind of brag worthy. It feels also exclusive. I don't know, I like being a part of things that feel exclusive, so definitely sounds like something fun to check out. Now, another cool part about Bragg Jam is it's a really exciting platform for artists that might be new or emerging. Kind of talk to us about that. Yes,
one of the things we really try to focus on when we're booking our bands is that we want to try to find those bands right before they're making it big. Macon is known as being a music city, music town, but we want to find those bands right before we've, seen them on the big music scene. And so we want to see who we can find. And so in a couple of years, you're going to say, oh, I saw this person right before you heard of them. So like we've had Rainbow Kitten Surprise perform at Bragg Jam. We've had Jason Isbell perform 3 times, Zach Brown Band. We've had Torres, who just recorded a really big album with Julian Baker. we try to find those acts right before you've really heard of them. So this year we've got some really big acts that I think you're going to hear about in a couple years.
Yeah, I think that's always exciting. I know at my college homecomings, that's kind of like that too, where you see the artists right before they get big, and then you can brag about it in a couple years.
Yeah.
So definitely something that you don't want to miss. Now, just to reiterate for you, Bragg Jam is happening Friday, July 25th through Sunday, July 27th. All that information is on your screen right now. Everything you need to know about getting tickets, the show times, and the locations you can find on the Bragg Jam website. Again, that website is on your screen right now. Bragg Jam's mission of creating and promoting live music experiences in Macon has a very special beginning. So make sure that you stay with us during our 8 o'clock streaming hour so that we can tell you a little bit more about that concert experience and how it was born out of a memorial for 2 local artists.
7:50.